Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Rebels Grand National Series at Eldora Speedway. Tonight we're in Ohio as the Xfinity car is going to be taking on some dirt racing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Glad to have y'all here tonight. Everybody knows about Eldora, half-mile dirt oval, just a little under half a mile. Weather looks good tonight. Of course, I'm Mitty Smith, Rebel Racing Network, and we're ready to get this thing rolling here in the Rebels Grand National Series. Man, it's been a great season so far as we check out the standings to see domination by Kieran Church, who has 4 wins on the season. Had won 4 in a row after Brandon Wallace wins at Daytona. And then last week, you see there in 9th place, Brett Beaver takes the dub and puts a 1 in his win column. So tonight, going to be looking to see if maybe we can find us a dirt ringer out there, somebody who kind of stands out on dirt, or we will continue down the road of Kieran Church's dominance. We'll find out. We'll find out soon. We're going to have a pretty interesting race tonight. We'll see how the heats play out, but there will be a couple different heats as we, of course, in the Xfinity car, 2 15-lap heats to set the feature, which is a 50-lap feature, and of course, using a custom fixed setup. So, good-looking race tonight. Going to be interesting to see how these guys handle this, how the race goes. I have no idea. It's going to be, could be wild. A lot of these guys, mostly oval asphalt, so we'll see how they handle the dirt. But there's always somebody out there that can really handle dirt racing. It really fits their style. So we'll see who that person is tonight as we get ready to get this thing going. Got about 2-3 minutes before qualifying starts. I don't know why we're qualifying with 15-lap heats, but it's going to set each heat, and then we'll go into the feature. So we got a lot of racing tonight, got a lot to watch. Let's talk to some people, see how they're feeling about tonight, and talk to our current points leader, Kieran Church. Kieran, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Well, Kieran, 4 wins on the season. We're able to get 4 in a row, and tonight we're hitting the dirt track of Eldora. How you feeling about tonight's race? You're sitting atop the practice leaderboards. Talk about dirt. How you feel about dirt? How does it? How do you enjoy dirt racing? How you feeling about tonight?
Tonight's kind of a crapshoot. I like dirt racing, but I'm not the biggest fan of the setup. You just got to drive it completely different than what I'm used to, and I'm just trying to figure that out a little bit. But we'll see how it is once we get racing.
Well, one of the really important things about dirt racing, on iRacing for sure, is the track changing over time. So, how do you feel about starting the race? How much are you going to have to chase the track? Do you feel like the line's going to change quite a bit through the feature? With only 50 laps, it's not a whole lot of time. But what's your opinion on that?
I think that the top will get rubbered in for sure, but I don't see it getting where it's undrivable, where you have to go searching for moisture, especially here at Eldora. It's a pretty top dominant track, but it's you're just pretty much trying to make a pass on the bottom. You're going to have to just wish for a mistake up top. But the moisture, I think nobody's going to be running down there too much to kind of pack it in, anyways. For as short of a race as it is, it'll be kind of top line dominant.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us, and good luck tonight.
Yep, no problem.
Kieran Church looking to get his 5th win of the season. Before we jump into qualifying, let's talk to somebody else. Let's see what Matt Clement is feeling like tonight. Matt, the Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Got you, Eddie.
Well, Matt, dirt racing in the Xfinity car. Tell me how you're feeling about tonight. What's your feeling going into the race? How much dirt racing have you done, and how's it feel out there on the track?
Well, to begin with, I will be parking my car. And then after the heat races are over, I'll be parking my car. And I'll be trying to avoid causing any kind of wrecks.
Okay.
I am not a dirt guy. Not a dirt guy.
So are we racing the feature at all?
Yeah, I'll start it.
Well, so not feeling very confident that you're going to pick up the dub tonight. That's what I'm picking up.
Yeah, we'll go with the M for Matt, and there's not even remotely close to a dub.
All right. Well, good luck on your bid to stay out of the way. Maybe you get comfortable soon and get up there and maybe can dice it up with some folks. So good luck tonight.
All right, appreciate it.
Where you want to be? What Ray? What channel?
I'll move myself.
Okay. There you have it, Matt Clemon. Two different feels. I mean, Kieran feeling okay, not really enjoying the setup, but Matt with a different feel entirely. Just zero comfort out there. But hey, that's fun. Every once in a while, just throw some discomfort at some of these drivers. I think that makes it fun and exciting. As qualifying is getting underway, we got Daniel Cunningham out on the fields. He got a different color on this car tonight, but still got the cats, so definitely won't be a pain of the night winner. But as we watch him, you can definitely see that high line being sort of the preferred line as you really lean that rear end right up on the top line, trying to get as much grip as you can and keep those RPMs up. And he goes to the top of the board as he crosses the line with a really good lap. So we'll see if anybody's able to beat that. 20.06 as Gavin Otarski. He's going to have a little bit different line, putting his car sort of a little bit lower, but you see, just not able to hold that that car very steady going down there like that. And gets a little bit crazy on that entry. Yeah, he's all the way going up to the top. He almost was in those billboards up there, so he's still trying to figure it out. But I like the effort of just slinging in there and seeing what happens. That's a pretty good. That's my strategy on dirt. Try to just throw it in there. If it works, that's great. Good enough for third right now, so pretty good. So far, got a few participants in qualifying. Qualifying will set the heats, but really doesn't have much to do with the features. The features will be set by the results of the heat races. So we'll have a couple 15-lap heats to really set that grid. And then as I'm talking, Kieran Church has moved himself up to the top of the leaderboards with a 19.6. That is the fastest time that I've seen all night. So he held it back and let her rip just the right time. So that 22 machine on his drive for 5 is looking pretty strong here already. We'll see if anybody's got anything for him. Going to be tough, especially if you're choosing not to qualify, starting out back. Kieran's going to have a nice little boost there being up front. Starting up front in a dirt race has always sort of been, the features don't last long. Heat races don't normally last long, so being up front is usually where you want to be. It's very, very difficult to pass. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. As always, want to thank our sponsors and give them a shout out. Of course, Brandon Wallace and the Grand National Series. Want to thank, of course, Jeff By Junior Art for the best paint and the starting grid. The Hard Charger by Dark Horse Motorsports. Chuck Pegleg Pole Award. The No Neck Fast Repairs Hard Look Award. And, of course, the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Want to thank all of our sponsors. Definitely appreciate all the support. Let's take a look at Eldora. Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Opened in 1954. Seating capacity 30,000 people. And just a little under half a mile. I don't think it's exactly half a mile. I think it's a 0.4 something. But legendary speedway owned by Tony Stewart. A very, very old venue. Definitely when I'm going to know some of the dirt guys, they really, Eldora, sure, that's a big name, but they have a lot of other names they're fond of. But, for the casual fan, especially of NASCAR, Eldora is one that you've heard of quite a bit. So pretty fun little racetrack. I think I enjoy racing on it from time to time on dirt. Not a bad place to throw these Xfinity cars on and see how they go. Well, just about to get qualifying over with, about 10 seconds, and then we're going to jump right into our first heat and try to have a little racing, man. Have a little fun. See what these guys can do. This sort of a laid back. It's still a points event, so points are going to matter, but a little bit more laid back, a little bit more fun. than what we're used to. So looking forward to that part. Let's see who is on the grid. Looks like we'll see how they have this set up, because they may have everybody. Looks like we're gonna have one heat's gonna set the field, so no two heats. Not really sure what's going on. I thought we were having two different heats, so my apologies. But looks like it's going to be one heat. Give these guys a little bit of practice for 15 laps, set the field for the feature, and then we'll race. So think of it like a 15-lap run to a stage break, and then a 50-lap final stage to finish this thing up. So we'll hopefully see some guys really cinder here in this first little heat here. But Kieran Church is your Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner. Congratulations to him as we start the Jeff by Junior Art starting lineup. Daniel Cunningham starting outside the front row. Gavin Otarski in third place, slinging that car in there. Brett Beaver starting fourth. Steve McDonald starting fifth. Starting sixth, Travis Beaver. Starting seventh, Andy Kurtz. Starting eighth, Brandon Wallace. Starting ninth, Garrett Kinder. Starting 10th, Mike Kostick. Starting 11th, Matt Clemens. Starting 12th is Christopher Reese, and that is your field and your Jeff By Junior Art starting lineup. Well, they are taking a long time to get gridded up. Must have some guys that choosing not to grid. So taking sweet time. And the pace truck finally pulls out. And we're getting these cars ready to go. Brandon Wallace asleep at the wheel. Got that door bumper clear. Xfinity car. So Kieran Church going to lead us to the green flag. 15 laps in this first stage. And then we'll re-rack them and we'll have a little sprint. 50-lap sprint to the finish. As we look right here, ignore the 2-lap heats, but see the 50-lap feature on your Rebel Racing Network. Race analysis. So 12 drivers here tonight. You see some guys testing out that throttle, getting that right foot ready. What's going to be a good time, I think. All right, pace truck is out. And here we go, green flag. Woo. Already some guys. Brandon Wallace hitting the wall. And he gets into it with Michael Kostick. And already the 99 going the wrong way. You see the 5 of Andy Kurtz kind of up against the wall. Travis Beaver knocks down the wall. You see guys not able to get the car sideways. If you can't get that thing sideways, it does not turn, and Travis Beaver just knocks down the inside wall. Big damage to that 14 machine as he is really struggling. You see Matt Clemens wall riding up front or towards the back. Andy Kurtz right now having a tough time. He has tried to make that top side work, but just can't get the thing. Yeah, you can see this is the difference of guys who are sort of asphalt racers. Not comfortable slinging it in there. You really have to you see him kind of counter steer. You have to drive down in the corner and almost stab the brake, turn the car, and then get counter steered and get that thing sideways. You'll see the difference right here. You see Beaver trying that as well, going to get a little bit sideways in the Burger King 114 machine. But you see Andy, just sort of a safe route. You see Travis Beaver was pretty much wrecked and still came out ahead of Andy. But Andy just not getting that car sideways enough. Let's go on board with Kieran Church. You see the difference as Kieran all but sideways here up at the front. My goodness. Oh, and he gets a tap and goes around as Gavin Otarski gives him a tap and caution comes out. let's go back and see what happened as Kieran Church gets a little tag from behind. As you see, he's trying to get that thing rolling. And you see Gavin Otarski. It's really not his fault. I mean, they kind of come off the corner and was acting, both of them sort of going for the same spot. And the 22 goes around. But with dirt rules, I don't know if they've got dirt rules set up or if they're going to use like normal NASCAR rules. Normally, dirt goes back to the previous lap. But it looks like that's not the case here. So Kieran Church will fall back to 8th place. And that's your Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. I want to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch for their support as well. So just about 9 laps to go here in this heat. And then we'll get back into the main feature. It looks like it's going to be a mess. But it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun every now and again. I don't like dirt racing. It's just not something that I can pick up really well. It's always just so difficult to pass, and it requires some pretty aggressive racing, lots of slide jobs to make passes work. And I just never feel comfortable in the car. I get around there, and I'm scared to race around people because I just don't know what the car is going to do. So a lot of that these guys are feeling tonight for sure is they're, they don't want to take each other out, but they're just not experienced. Some of these guys have raced dirt quite a bit, but most of these folks are just asphalt oval racers, and it's tough to just jump right in here and race with other folks. Gavin Otarski takes the green flag, but having a tough time getting going, but I think he might be able to take this lead, although it looks like Daniel Cunningham on the outside really pushing that 14. Oh, the 14 going to get in the wall. They're going to Bristol bounce it off the wall. And, oh, my goodness, Kieran Church is all but sideways. He was pointed the wrong way. And going to lose a ton of track position as we've got a nice battle between Steve McDonald, Brett Bieber, and Travis Bieber. The 808 machine, your winner last week. You see the 8 of Michael Kostick without a front bumper. Oh, and then Travis Bieber, the Bieber brothers, get together. But, if I can say one thing about dirt racing, it is that right there where these guys can beat, bang, knock down the wall, and still get after it. And, I think that's a good thing because Brandon Wallace, he's going to overheat pretty soon because you can see his radiator. Oh, the Biebers are going around again. And you know why they call it Xbox 360? Because you do a 360 and you drive away, and that's exactly what Travis Bieber did. Looks like caution did not come out. Gavin Otarski is still out in the lead. Gavin doing a great job here. Started to pull away from Daniel Cunningham about 2 seconds now, so let's go on board with him. Gavin looking really like he's at home here. Working the wheel, you can hear the throttle just sort of back and forth on the throttle, making sure that the tires keep that grip. Had a little tough entry there. It gets up in the junk, but caution comes out. The most unnecessary caution I've ever seen, and of course it comes out because of Brandon Wallace and his hoopty. I think the wheelbase is about 10 inches shorter than when he started. So of course we have green white checkers on a heat race because that's totally necessary. See what happened to Brandon. Gets in the slick, gonna gas that thing up. Oh, Kieran Church gonna fly in there, give him a little tap, and that's all he needed to go around. That brought out the caution. right, we'll have a little green-white checker. Hopefully, just one. We got somebody in chat saying it looks like the drunken 50. I agree. There's only a couple drivers I've seen be able to actually work this car in this track. And Gavin Otarski looks like one of those guys. He looked like he was just getting right with it, not having any issues at all. Of course, he's driving. He gets to drive like he normally does on asphalt, so he's just driving like that at dirt, and it seems to work. So he takes the lead, the green flag here in this green-white checkered overtime. Most unnecessary green-white checkered ever. Daniel Cunningham really good on these restarts, but seemed to fall back just a little bit. Maybe he'll find something here and try to get this stage win, but Gavin takes the white flag and to drive it into the corner. Daniel fighting back just a little bit, but Gavin able to keep the RPMs up. And he comes off a turn forward. He will win this stage, and he will start the feature on the front row. Congratulations to Gavin Otarski, who wins the stage. Well, all right, we will reset, and they are gridding right now, and we will jump back to the race. I don't really have anything kind of transition. We'll just jump right into it. And after they're shooting off fireworks. Man, my man got the the fireworks going here on that stage win. Let's look at the grid here for the feature race. As Gavin Otarski going to start first for the feature. Daniel Cunningham starting second. Michael Kostick starting third. Steve McDonald starting fourth. Andy Kurtz starting fifth. Travis Bieber sixth. Christopher Reese seventh. Brandon Wallace eighth. Brett Bieber ninth. Kieran Church fell all the way back to 10th. Matt Clement 11th. And Garrett Kinder doesn't look like he's starting the race, so he is not going to grid. All right. 50 laps here to settle this thing. I don't know how many fast repairs they have, but hopefully it's not many. But everybody will get a brand new car for this main feature race, so everybody's got their bumpers back on and lug nuts tight. Green flag is out. Daniel Cunningham with a great start as Gavin really struggling to get going, but has a great entry into the corner. We're 3 wide. Steve McDonald through the middle. Going to go by Daniel Cunningham as, man, this battle for second, third, and fourth is getting wild, man. I don't know if somebody put some money on the line, but, man, we're 3 wide as, man, my guy doing the fireworks is still getting after it. They're going to need the AMR safety crew with some fire extinguishers to put that thing out. But Gavin Otarski driving away. We got guys all over the track trying to find some speed. Chris Reese, we hadn't talked about him just yet, but he is making some ground up, or trying to at least, as we got Brett Bieber around. No caution, though. But Chris Reese trying to make that bottom work. It's just not there. He's able to make some ground on entry through the middle, but you see off the corner, guys will be able to keep the RPMs up, are able to drive right back around him. So he's sort of in a bad spot as he is continually losing time. But Steve McDonald in second place. Gavin Otarski is gone, but this battle right here is still raging on as we get to lap 5 here. You start to see as we get enough laps in that these fellas starting to get these things figured out. great camera angle right there. You can see how tough this setup is to drive. It's just so, you want to give it gas and get off the corner, but you pretty much have to feather the throttle all the way down the straightaway. You're really never going to be full throttle. Such a different way of racing than we're normally used to here in the Grand National Series. But man, Michael Kostick looking good, struggling to make up any kind of ground. Oh, we're going to get into Chris Reese, and Reese goes around and gets a little 1-2 from Brandon Wallace. His brake pedal barely works whenever it's asphalt. It definitely ain't gonna work when it's dirt. Let's go back. Maybe we can see that from Brandon Wallace's perspective. You're gonna see the two drivers in front of them. They're gonna get together here. Chris Reese gets a little bit. Brandon Wallace just drives right. What an idiot! Drives right into the wreck. Can't believe it. But caution does come out. Kendrick Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. And Brandon Wallace going to make his way into pit road along with some others. I don't know what they're getting here in pit road other than maybe a fast repair and some damage fix. Maybe a ham and cheese hoagie. I don't know. Sloppy Joe of some sort. Maybe a little bit of Advil, Tylenol. And get back on the track. Looks like Brandon does get a fast repair. Don't know how many fast repairs they have, but good to go ahead and get one here. It's possible we go green. Who knows? Oh, what am I saying? I doubt it. But really impressed with Gavin, who not somebody we normally talk about being up front in each week. Has gotten a lot better, though. I think he's definitely been fighting for more top fives than we've seen, so it's definitely improved in that aspect. But here at Dirt, he just seems like he's right at home, having no issues driving this car, while other guys seem to just find inconsistencies in it. He is having no problems whatsoever. He's going to get the power down really well this time. As, man, almost 3 wide here with Daniel Cunningham driving deep into the corner 68. And Beaver are going to get together. They're door banging down the straightaway as Daniel Cunningham climbs the wall. Well, you got to love this a little bit, at least watching. I don't know what it's like driving it, but boy, it is crazy. Oh, and Andy Kurt's going to go around as he sort of got hung up there between a couple drivers, and he goes around. Let's go back and watch that real quick because we were kind of watching that happening. Just see there's just so much going on. And you see he's going to get kind of squeezed between 2 drivers here as the 8 going to come down on his front bumper, and he's going to get that gum. Brandon Wallace run over another driver. I can't believe it. But back under caution, second caution of this 50-lap main. Well, if you ain't got nothing to do after this and you're watching now and you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to watch whoever I'm watching here in this dirt race, and then I'm going to go to bed, or I'm going to, turn on a movie, or, watch some news, see what they're lying about. What you could do is you stay a little bit longer, and iRacing made a oopsie, probably the best oopsie they've ever made, and they put a 850 horsepower motor in the ARCA car, like the old Gen 4 bodies that were from I want to say like in the 96 to 2006, somewhere around in there, whenever the COT came out. Put a big horsepower motor in that car by accident, and sort of a fun little concoction that we're going to see tonight in Richmond. And I'm excited about that. So I'd be interested to stay a little bit longer. It may look exactly like this, honestly. With that much horsepower, usually it's around, I want to say it's around 600, maybe 500 horsepower, what they usually have. So seeing these guys up over 850 like the Lord intended, I think it's going to be a blast. Jonah said there ain't nobody having more fun out there than Andy. Andy Kurt's having a blast. Doing donuts, bringing out the caution. Just getting with it. What's he? He ain't even caught up to the field. That number 5 Burger King Lowe's lookalike. You know, I can't tell if I'm just fat and it says Lowe's, but I see Burger King or if it actually says Burger King. I'm not real sure. I got my fat goggles on tonight maybe. But as we go back up front, we see Travis Beaver in that Burger King number 14 machine. BK Racing. Travis starting to make some hay here on this restart. I'm interested to see if anybody's got anything for Gavin. We'll go on board with Gavin one more time and just watch who turns out to be the dirt master. Watch him work and get around Eldora Speedway. You see just how smooth he is in chaos. It just seems like the car is wrecking, he's drifting, but that's the secret of dirt racing. He's just slinging the car, making it go where he wants to, using the throttle. Ooh, gets in the wall a little bit. But just let the car go. Just kind of letting Jesus take the wheel into the corners. And that's where your speed comes from. Work that throttle. Don't spin the tires. Keep the grip going the best you can. And, man, he is getting with it. I don't know what that says on his hood. I don't know what that sponsor, 3 Chi. I don't know what that is. Is that some sort of boba tea? I don't know. But he is getting with it. As he has almost a 2-second lead over Steve McDonald. We'll go back here. We got Steve McDonald, Daniel Cunningham, Travis Beaver's falling back a couple spots. As we've seen him widen out Eldora. I mean, he has been getting with, and Daniel Cunningham with a slide job on Steve McDonald. Steve cuts him a break. They make a little bit of contact. And, Travis Beaver not quite able to get it sideways. And but they get stacked up here, and this is for 3rd place. Oh, Travis Beaver back into the wall. Here comes Michael Costin trying to make a move on his teammate. Well, ain't nothing like watching asphalt racers try to race dirt. This is the best. Starting to get a little spread out right now. Gavin Otarski out to a pretty substantial lead. He's going to catch the field pretty soon as we watch this battle here for 4th place. Oh, Brett Bieber into the wall, climbing the wall. So is Brandon Wallace. Brandon Wallace had his webcam out for too long, and I think got out on the track and saw how he was driving and turned that thing off. Somebody's smoking. I think that's Kieran Church. Kieran Church got some engine smoke coming out. That is black. That means it's oil burning. Actually, I don't know that. But usually that means an engine problem on iRacing. But at this point, what these guys are doing in these cars, it could be literally anything. It might be Code Brown residue. Who knows? I mean, he looks good going around these corners. Just had a tough time. He started on the front row, but hasn't really been a factor after he got involved early. Got taken to the back and started at the back on this heat. He's moved himself up into 6th, but oh man, clobbers the wall there, and oh boy. Good grief. And he's still going. Caution does come out, though. My goodness. That was a wild ride. Go back and watch that again. Yeah, right here. We'll go a lap and see what that looks like from the in-car view of Kieran Church. Just so unsure as he's coming off the corner. He's got the wheel cocked all the way. He's going to get a little bit of that wall. And whoop. Just like could reach out and grab a little bit of that dirt she was laying over on the side. And they're wrecking. Kinder Farm and Rich. We got a big wreck going into pit road as Brandon Wallace not quite able to make the entrance here. And boom. Oh, man. So it was a big catastrophe there as those guys able to get the fast repair and get back out on the track. Gavin Otarski still out front. I hate to not give him a whole lot of screen time. Being out front, sort of dominating this feature so far, but there's a lot of hilarity going on in the back of the field that I have to kind of watch, as that's sort of where the action is. Gavin seems to be in his own zip code here up front. Well, them tight pit roads are hard to get into, so it happens to the best of us. Pace truck pulls off. We're going to be green again. We've got 22 laps. Might as well be 122. As man, they go down to the corner. Daniel Cunningham being aggressive here on the start, trying to get some position here on Gavin. These two have some history together, some good history, but history. Just pretend I didn't say good and pretend that they're actually rivals, and it's possible that Daniel runs into him and wrecks him. But Daniel trying to make some ground up here. All it would take with Gavin for one mistake, and it looks like he's got some black smoke too, but I think that's just dirt from that top spot. Oh, Gavin's going to get in the wall. That's going to hurt his speed. Let's see if Daniel can do anything with it. Not quite able to do anything, take advantage of that, as Gavin just has it figured out. You can see the top side just too strong. Daniel trying to run sort of in the bottom, in the middle, just not able to keep the RPMs up off the corner. And Gavin is starting to drive away. Daniel's still doing a good job, though. It's not like he's getting destroyed. Gavin's just a tiny bit better. That looks like it ain't Daniel at all. It's like Kyle Busch in the car. You see at the top of the helmet, he's got Kyle Busch as, oh, we're under yellow again. I can't show no other camera without us going, having a wreck. Let's go check it out, see what happened. Kieran Church, drive for 5 is not alive. Let's see what happened to the 22 machine. He's going to get loose and comes on around. Caution comes out. And he just calls it quits, I guess. I guess he's had enough. So Kieran Church out of this thing as we're under caution for the 4th time with about 15 laps to go. So we're going to have a nice little sprint here to the end. Does anybody have anything for Gavin? We've seen Daniel see how hard it is to try to run him down and pass him. He's trying to make a move here on the restart. And I say, I don't know. If I'm Travis Beaver, if I'm Steve McDonald, if I'm Daniel Cunningham, I think about this. This is how I would do it. I would say, in my mind, I'm not a very good dirt racer. So if I make a mistake on this restart and I overdrive the corner a little bit and happen to just blast the guy out of the way for the win, you know, at the end of the race, I could be like, hey, man, sorry, I'm not very good at dirt, and I just happened to run you over. I don't know if Daniel is that type of guy, you know, we'll see, but, you know, I'd be like, oops, sorry about that, and just drop down in there and clear the guy out. So we'll see if anybody's got that in them. I don't know. I don't think these are the type of guys to do something like that, but who knows? Just say a oopsie, say, oh, I didn't mean to do that, or I'm not a dirt racer. I didn't know what the car was going to do. I was just trying to, you know, the things that the drivers say, just going for a win. You know, my team put a lot of work in the car. They deserve the best of my ability, or me give 100%, or whatever they say, and just see what happens. But here we go. Green flag is out. Gavin Otarski, it must have heard me. He was like, I'm not letting that happen at all, and just immediately takes off. Let's see if anybody's got anything for him, as it's going to be a battle for second. I don't think Daniel Cunningham's going to even have a chance, as he's got to fight off Travis Beaver, as we've only got 13 laps to go, 12 now. And look at this mess right here. Michael Kostick looking for the right turns. He's like, where is the right turns? Well, the right turn's on entry. You got to turn right here. No! Come on, Mike. One of the best right turners in the field. There you go. Turn that joker right. There you go. There he's getting it. Oh, heck. He's turning right. Caution does not come out, though. He stays green. As let's see if anybody's able to make up any ground. Gavin Otarski, the fastest car on the track, just kicking their butts. I bet that feels good to come into something he's comfortable with after getting his butt kicked. Sometimes they come in here and just whoop their tails, not even give them a chance. Andy Kurtz, Brandon Wallace back here just widening out the groove for everybody else. Brandon Wallace not even trying, just up against the wall. And man, he is. Now he's got it slinging in there. This time just an awkward entry and exit there, but doing the best that he can. Got the door bumper cleared. Dirty Bum Media Camaro tonight. This is more like door bumper busted. Good grief. 99 is struggling out there. Oh, he's going to drive in there. Oh, Brett Bieber. Oh, my God. If I'm the 808, I'm scared to death. Run, Brett. Run. Get out of there. Boy, this is crazy. These guys are having a blast. Got a race here. Christopher Reese and I believe Steve McDonald in the 68. This is a battle for fourth place as the top three have kind of separated themselves from everybody else. And, man, oh, look at these guys get with it. You can't see crap. As soon as I put on different paint scheme, Chris Reese goes around, and there goes the 5. Hit him, Brandon. Brandon Wallace drives right by the wreck for some stupid reason. I don't understand. He had 2 or 3 cars to hit, and so now he's going to hit the wall. Boom. All right. Let's go on board with Brandon Wallace. Oh, caution is out. So caution is out. We'll have to get them racked back up for a green-white checker. Not really sure what brought out the caution. Let's see if we can see from Michael Kostick's view. Is he Brandon Wallace just tearing down? That's why he missed the wreck. Heck, he was wrecking himself. Boom, boom. So Brandon Wallace already slowed, and not really sure what brought the caution out. Maybe Chris Reese just being stopped here on the track. Probably did it. Although Chris gets off the track. So not really sure, but caution does come out. And so we're going to have a green-white checkered. I know Gavin Otarski did not want to see that. All right, I'm gonna do a little cheating. And I'm going to show you the screen right here. We'll try to get some info. This is behind the scenes. I don't see any green-white checker, so I don't know how many we're going to get. We had a green-white checkered in the heat race for some reason, so I would imagine we got some here. But normally it'll tell me how many there are, but not tonight. Here goes the pace truck pulling into pit road. Gavin going to take off. Not a great start this time. Anybody going to take a shot? Anybody going to say, oopsie, I don't know what I'm doing? Daniel Cunningham going to door the 14 and 114 as Andy Kurtz up into the wall. Gavin going to get a nice run off the corner. And a white flag is out as Andy Kurtz is clobbering the wall here. Gavin has been pretty much automatic here so far. Don't see him making a big mistake here. He drives down to the corner. Daniel Cunningham giving all that he's got, but Gavin Otarski is going to take the win. And boo, they're wrecking behind this. Travis Beaver, Steve McDonald cross the line sideways and clobber the wall. and Michael Kostick also sideways. Brandon Wallace sideways as they cross the line for the finish. As Chris Reese sliding in, doing a little Xbox 360. But here is your winner, Gavin Otarski. What a wild race. I mean, he was the only one that didn't have anything crazy going on. Everybody else just in the fight. Takes home the dub, his first one here in the Grand National Series. So congratulations to him. And then the Rebels Rumble starting after the checkered flag. Daniel Cunningham doing donuts on the front stretch as well. Well, best paint of the night. Let's see. Who is that going to go to? I don't know. I think I like the Burger King scheme. So Travis Bieber going to be the one in that Burger King AC Delco replica. He's going to be Jeff By Jr. best paint of the night. So congratulations to him. The Hard Luck Award, I don't know. I don't know if anybody had hard luck. Maybe Kieran and Church, who I thought would have a little bit better showing, but just had a tough night. So we'll give him the No Next Fast Repair Hard Luck Award for the evening. And the Hard Charger Award is going to go to Brett Bieber, last week's winner. Dark Horse Motorsports Hard Charger Award, 4 spots. Good grief. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get into the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. You can see the results there. I'm not going to holler them out, but you can check those out yourself. And let's talk to our winner, Gavin Otarski. Surprise Dirt Ringer. Let's see if we can get him up here and talk to him. Gavin, this is Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got
Man, congratulations coming in here with some dirt prowess tonight. Started up front and was able to get by Kieran, and you never looked back. Congratulations on the win. Talk about tonight. Were you expecting to be this much better than everybody else?
Yeah, like I was talking to my teammate before the race a little bit ago, and I told him, I had this one highlighted on the schedule for sure, because I felt like I'd be one of the dirt ringers, if you will. I run a lot of dirt, so it feels good to finally get to victory lane with this crew.
Well, that you did. So congratulations. What was it like out there? We talked to Kieran Church before the race, and he seemed to really dislike the setup and said it was just really tough to drive. What was the secret to driving this thing and making it fast, but also keeping it straight?
Races like this, it's all about throttle control, especially when you're, racing this type of a vehicle on dirt. It's all about throttle control, and I use a lot of my late model and modified skills, just coming here. And as you mentioned, Church, I do want to apologize to Church. That yellow came out in the heat race there, and I kind of got into him. I didn't know he was going to slow down when the yellow came out. So I really apologize to him, because I feel like that kind of ruined his night, because he was really good at the start too. So it was good. It felt good to come out here and, not only win my heat, but, to come out here to lead all 50 laps too. That's a statement for sure, and hopefully we can keep the wins coming.
Yeah, just like taking, you got a particular set of skills, and you put them to use tonight. So congratulations. I don't really have any more questions. Man, you kind of whooped their butts. So congratulations on getting the win. That's a big win tonight. As always, who you got to thank? Any sponsors or shout-outs?
Yes, I want to thank 3Chi and Bass Pro Shops, BetMGM, Rowdy Energy, and last but not least, my car designer and teammate, David Cunningham, because he does such a great job on everything he does for me, so I really appreciate him. Now I just really have to talk him into just making a schedule next year where we're just running strictly dirt tracks.
All right, we're going to get you out of here with all that mess. And so congratulations to Gavin Otarski. Takes home the win and in dominating fashion. So congratulations to him. We'll pull in second place finisher Daniel Cunningham and see what he thought about tonight's race. Daniel is heading in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, Eddie. I got you.
Well, congratulations on the second place finish. It seemed like as the race went on, you kind of got a better feel of it. And you actually looked pretty strong there. Gavin Definitely the class of the field seemed to be head and shoulders above most everybody, but you were able to get up there and race and stay in that second place. What did you learn early on, and what were you able to put to use to maintain that position and come home in second?
Yeah, first of all, I don't think I've ever been happier to finish second with running second to my teammate like that. So I'm happy for Gavin. Uh, yeah, I'm ecstatic that he's got his first career win. So in Rebels, and I think it's in league racing in general. So that's really awesome. But yeah, I mean, he was super fast all night long. I know he runs a lot of dirt stuff. But the biggest thing for me was just it seemed like for whatever reason the short runs didn't benefit me. I couldn't really get going that well on restarts, and then I'd have to kind of fight to get back to second and kind of maintain hold of it. I could kind of run Gavin down and found something on the bottom that was working pretty well. Which I started running down there out of necessity because I learned in practice after about the third bounce off the wall with the right front, it'll either give you a meatball or it tells you your wheels are out of alignment, and then it just drives like crap after that. So after I kind of got into a couple incidents early, I started running the bottom just to kind of preserve the car and found something down there. So I mean, I had fun. I know there's people that don't like running these things on dirt. I know there's people that don't like dirt in general, but you know, if you come out and run the same stuff every week, it gets boring after a while. So some people might like it, some people might not, but I had a blast running on dirt.
Well, definitely looked like it. Definitely looked like you were. I mean, second place seemed to be the right spot because you definitely looked like the second best driver out there. So congratulations, second place. Um, as always, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Yeah, thanks for putting on the broadcast as always. I know you do an awesome job with these. Thanks to all of our league sponsors and individuals that donate. Appreciate everybody showing up. And like I said, I know there's some people that don't like dirt and weren't going to come out for it. So, shout out to all those that came out and stuck with it tonight and, gave it a good go.
All right, there you have it. Second place finisher Daniel Cunningham in the number 14 machine. Let's talk to our third place finisher Travis Bieber. Travis is Eddie in the booth. Got me?
Eddie, what's up, man?
Well, the Burger King Motorsports team looked pretty good tonight, sort of like a. You ever seen those battle bots on that one channel where they build these robots and they smash them into each other?
Yeah. I'm familiar. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looked a lot like that for BK Racing tonight. As y'all were just trying to see. I don't know if y'all are unhappy with your current body guys back at the shop, but seemed to be you're going to use every bit of the corner of this car, and that's exactly what y'all did. A lot of fun to watch. I'm assuming, I'm joking, of course, but I'm assuming y'all had a lot of fun, and I'm sure it was a blast out there trying to wheel. It's sort of a difficult car, maybe a difficult setup around a dirt track. What was it like out there for you? Did you have a good time tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, we were laughing a lot in the chat and having a good time. So, you kind of forget that we were actually, I guess, running a points race tonight, not some exhibition around Eldora. But no, it was a good time. I felt like at times I got into a half decent rhythm, but I still think Daniel probably had the best car, but Gavin kind of got out ahead there. And I think just once the dirt track blows out there and it gets really slick through the middle, it's hard to kind of get a run on anybody. So I think if it would have went to the end there, I think we had a caution maybe with like 10 to go. It would have got interesting, and I was kind of sitting in a good spot there. If they ran into each other and crashed, maybe I was going to pick up a win.
I talked about it. I was wondering if anybody's going to try this, but I got a little secret for you. The next time we run a dirt track and you're in that position, since we normally run asphalt, what I say you might do is just say, look, I'm not good at dirt racing, so if I happen to drive down deep into the corner and just clear a guy out for the win, then I could just say, hey, I don't run dirt. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm not very good at this, and that way you can get a dub. So something you may try next time. But man, third place still pretty good. A lot of fun. Just a different type of format, and good to sort of get out there and try something new and come home with a third place finish. Pretty dang good. So congratulations on that. And as always, who you got to thank any sponsor shout outs?
Yeah, thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. I'll give Daniel a shout out. He painted up these pretty nice Burger King Whopper cars for us this week. Looking sporty out on the track, and Thanks to you for putting the broadcast on. Thanks to all the admins. And, you know, I got the sponsor list here. You know, thanks to Jeff By, Junior Art, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Flexible Freight Solutions, Dark Horse Motorsports, No Next Fast Repairs, and Chuck Pegleg Felts. You know, this is a great league. We really enjoy running it, and you know, hopefully we can get some more cars out here for the rest of the season.
All right. Well, you can tell your painter congratulations, as y'all were the you were the paint of the night. So congratulations for that. And we'll be talking to you next week.
Nice, Eddie. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Well, fun race. We're gonna get out of here. There ain't much else to talk about. Y'all saw all the action. It was a lot of fun. It's fun for me to kind of shake, get a little bit loose out here, just like they are. But man, stick around if you want to watch some racing. If you want to see something crazy, you want to see something wild, unpredictable. It's going to be very similar to tonight, but probably with about 30, 35 cars. So come and see the 150 horsepower package in the ARCA car. Little oopsie that iRacing made. And we're going to put them on a short track. Richmond? I don't know what they're thinking, but man, it's going to be a lot of fun. So come on back and check that out. But anyway, as far as the Grand National Series, that is it for tonight. And Kieran Church is going to lose a little bit of ground, but he was so far ahead that he has plenty. But we got a new playoff driver in Gavin Otarski, so congratulations to him. But we will see y'all. I think we're off next week, so we will see you in a couple weeks and get back and get ready for the playoffs. Playoffs are already starting. I can't believe it. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Come back for the ARCA race. You want to see that one.